kind of gear did you have with you when you left on that walk?
Nothing. Nothing, because I always bring my backpack, my walking stick. I bring a change of clothes, snacks, dog treats, water, and that's the only one time I didn't have anything, just my raincoat. And that was it.
6 months ago, Annette Poitras went missing in the Coquitlam backcountry. Annette joins us this morning on Breakfast Television to talk about the new book that tells the story of her ordeal. She's joined by her husband, Marcel, co-author of 3 Dog Nights, and the other co-author, Anne. Welcome to Breakfast Television, all of you. And of course, Annette, welcome to the 3 dogs. Can you introduce them and tell us about their behavior during their time in the woods with you?
Okay, well, this is Chloe. She is mine. She's a border collie. Baba, he's 13, and here's Roxy, who likes to sleep a lot here, and she's around 2, 3. So anyways, my ordeal up in the mountain with the dogs, they were amazing, the dogs. Each one had their individual roles for them. For instance, like Baba, he stuck by me pretty close. Roxy, she was, you can tell, a little nervous. They're all nervous, but that's what got me going through the 3 days, is the 3 dogs. I wanted them to be safe and to get out of the mountain alive, and they made a big role in my ordeal. So,
Annette,
yeah.
For anyone who isn't familiar with your story, can you tell us really briefly what happened? How did you get lost?
Well, what happened was I went for a walk, as I usually do, but of course I forgot all my gear that day. And we started going to Eagle Mountain there, and we did a casual stroll, and just carrying along, and then I wasn't wearing the right shoes. I was wearing rain boots type thing, and I was on a big huge log, and I tried to jump over to the other one. It was quite slippery. Fell, banged right back, knocked my head and my whole side. So I was kind of out. I don't know how long I was out for. So
yeah, I mean, what a period of time. And Marcel, you're Annette's husband. Can you tell us about your experience during those 3 days?
Yeah, it was really tough. I mean, I was concerned when it was getting dark and she wasn't home yet. Once it got dark and I couldn't contact her, I was like, okay, this is enough. So I drove to where I know she parks. There's 3 different mountains she typically goes for hikes at, and she wasn't at the first one. She wasn't at Friend's place. Then I found the vehicle at Eagle Mountain there. So that was tough to see. I called 911 right away, and it was amazing how fast things started happening from there.
And let's talk a little bit about the book, 3 Dog Nights. Now, this book is based on Annette's story, which was one of the biggest news stories in Vancouver last year. So what can we learn from this book that we don't already know?
The backstory, the utter terror that Marcel went through, and what was happening with her in the bush. I mean, we all want to know what it would feel like to be there, and what it would feel like to have your loved one missing. Like, you can't imagine the angst and the anguish of not knowing what has happened to your loved one. It's terrible, and we all wanted to know how she survived, and now you know.
Now we know, and that book going up on Amazon.com. Marcel, can you talk a little bit more about why you guys decided to write a book? Because you could have remained completely private with this story.
Yeah, there's 3 reasons we wanted to write the book. First, there was just so many people that were coming up to us and wanted to know the story, and just, strangers just wanted to give us a hug, and it was incredible to help in our healing. So we felt we owed a lot of people that story. We wanted to raise awareness for people that are going out into the backcountry, and the backcountry is really close. For us, it's 5-minute walk away out of our back door. Be prepared. You know, your first defense is to save yourself, to have the stuff you need to survive if something unexpected happened. Annette didn't get lost. She hurt herself and got lost after because of the events that took place that you'll see in the story.
And of course, a huge part of this is search and rescue.
Search and rescue. We're really, you know, you can't say enough about those guys. They incredible group of people. You know, very professional, but really human, and you know, they are volunteers. They need money for their equipment, for their training, for everything they do. So.
And thanks to this book, partial proceeds of all sales will be going to Coquitlam Search and Rescue. Anne, Annette, Marcel, and to the 3 well-behaved dogs. Wow! Thank you for joining us on Breakfast Television, and Annette for sharing your very intimate story with us. Breakfast Television continues after this. We'll have Watch This and your viral videos of the day.